Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Niners take. Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch it.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And right away, he lost the football. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
He's coming.
12, fellas, here we go.
He's coming. Double up.
On second and 7, Garoppolo. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I'm here all day.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Here's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me.
White.
It's me and you. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down, Steelers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
Like 80.
54. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run here with Connor. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
Now Snell. Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And he loses the football a second time. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier.
Check 3.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Block 80!
Mike's 56. There's a party now. What?
50.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Black, what's that?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Black 20.
Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch
Take both of them.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Room here to run. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Steelers 21, 49ers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. This is Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Alert flag. Check. Switch.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? Black 30. Black is on.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Black 80.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Here we go. 21.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
65.
Switch.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 56.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Set. Black 20.
56.
Alert.
It's our time.
Ball.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First down, Pittsburgh.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Black 20.
Now Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. D. Ford drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Niners take over first and 10 as their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Joe Hayden on coverage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First down. At the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Watch the flag. Watch the block, motion, block.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watch the pass.
44.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Here we go.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
21.
Watch twins.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tardy.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, Samuels. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On first down, Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Like 20. Jack 16. 25. 22, 44.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal from inside the 5. On second down, Connor looking for space. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Two.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Here we go.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
21.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check pass.
12.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert. Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. 11.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Check.
11.
Brings up second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
General West.
He's checking. Crash.
21. Kill. 13.
And that'll set him back 5.
Here we go.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Snell yet again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They're going to run again with Snell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On second down, it's Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Give me some. 21. Here we go. Check 13. Check 13.
Garoppolo to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides,
here we go.
no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Here we go.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Snell. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Like 80.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Down to the final play. That's where we went in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus win, no win, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.